Hi and Assalamualaikum to Madam Fauzanita. As the lecturer for the subject LMCE 1072 Academic Literacy Set 4, I am DAYINI AHZA BINTI RIDZUN with the metric number A177543. So I am one of the people in the group Women's Rights. I will be covering the aspect of violence against women. So I have two texts, one with the title Domestic Abuse, Women in Herat May Survive Coronavirus but Not Lockdown. This will be my article 1. So the next one, the title is UK Failing Domestic Abuse Victims in Pandemic, and this will be my article 2. So for article 1, written by Ruchi Kumar on Tuesday, 21st of April 2020. This article was published on The Guardian in the international section. So who is Ruchi Kumar? Ruchi Kumar is an Indian journalist currently working in Kabul, Afghanistan, focusing on news stories from Afghanistan to Pakistan region. So what is The Guardian? The Guardian is one of the largest English-speaking quality news websites in the world. So this article talks about some women were going through during the pandemic of coronavirus. When the whole world are being told to stay at home for their own safety, some women are not even safe in their own place. The saddest thing about this article is that these women are hopeless since they have nobody to turn to for help. Why? Because in Afghanistan, the status of women is still being considered as weak. Also, some of the higher authorities did not take this domestic abuse issue as a serious offense. Thus, a psychologist named Marzia Akbari was scared of the thought of women being abused in their so-called safe haven. Well, I've chosen this article because it clearly telling the truth about how women are being treated and abused even at home, where they were supposed to feel a sense of security. The author's opinion, which conclude domestic abuse should be highlighted as a serious issue and women should not be blamed for it. Women have been harassed and even manipulated badly in their marriage. This information was presented in order to give awareness to the responsible party to take action towards the domestic abuse cases that is rising during the lockdown. This article shows that it is hard for women to stand up for themselves when the only way to break the cycle of domestic violence is to take action. Women are being abused because they are terrified. They can't defend themselves. So this is an insightful message to the society to take care of women you know. So for the second article, written by Rothna Begum on Monday, 8th of June 2020, this article was published on Human Rights Watch. Who is Rothna Begum? She is a senior researcher specialized in women's rights divisions. She researched and campaigned on a whole host of human rights issues in Middle East countries, including on freedom of expression, association and assembly, counterterrorism, women's rights, refugees, migrants and asylum seekers, corporal punishment and death penalty. So what is Human Rights Watch? Human Rights Watch is a website that investigates and reports on abuses happening in all corners of the world, conducted by experts, lawyers, journalists and others who work to protect the most at risk, from vulnerable minorities and civilians in wartime to refugees and children in need. So this article also talks about the domestic violence against women that happened during the lockdown but in different country, which was in London, United Kingdom. But how it differs from the first article is that this article focuses on the ways and solutions to protect women from domestic abuse, unlike in Afghanistan. The government in the UK sort of giving promises to the women in danger for protection and support, but they have not yet to ratify a landmark for the issue. So there is an organization taking care of women's rights, but funds and services are not accessible to some women. Why? Because these women don't even have a phone to begin with. Unfortunately, groups such as migrant, Black, Asian, minority, ethnic women and women with disabilities are facing complexity as no funds are designated for them, as well as lack of access to shelters and services. So the author's opinion, which conclude the government should take this as a serious issue and start serving the community equal rights, especially to women. As stated by Margulis, the attention paid to reports of domestic abuse during the COVID-19 pandemic should be matched by concerted action to protect and support victims of violence now in the wake of the global crisis. So this article shows that lockdowns may be easing, but government responsibility isn't, especially towards the cases of domestic abuse and women's rights. This is obviously an eye-opening message to their lives and counting on the government and non-government organizations. So this is all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.